Oh, this was an interesting one. Elderly woman gets into an altercation with somebody because she's driving a Tesla. So they have a video here. I hope they don't show the actual violence, but check this out. This is crazy.
Yeah, both of these victims have had their Teslas for years, long before Elon Musk ever got into politics. But that's not stopping people from coming after them. One woman we spoke to was just driving down the road when all of a sudden an angry driver cut her off, got out of the vehicle, and assaulted her. And the whole thing was caught on camera. We've seen the violence building in cities across the country. Tesla vehicles set on fire in Las Vegas. Graffiti on Tesla cars in Colorado. A man caught on camera keying a Model X in Dallas. And now Tesla owners under attack in Arizona.
I'm just appalled. I didn't buy my car for a political statement. I bought my car because it's really fun to drive. And my politics have nothing to do with that. And I'm ashamed of our society and what they're doing.
This is video of a Tesla attack in Flagstaff last week. It shows a green car pulling up next to a Tesla on busy Route 66, then swerving in front to box the vehicle in. The driver then walks over to the 61-year-old woman in the Tesla and reportedly starts hitting her while she's behind the wheel.
I started to say, "You cut me off. What's your problem?" But I don't know how much of that got out, and he started to punch me with a closed fist.
At one point, the victim, who wants to hide her identity, says she bit the man's hand. Moments later, the passenger of the green car appears to walk over and pull the attacker away. They finally get back in their car and drive off. The incident is among the latest attacks on Arizona Tesla drivers, being targeted because of the car they drive. We also spoke to a woman who told us she left a grocery store in Flagstaff recently and found a note on her car that said, "When she's a Nazi and a loser." A few weeks later, she received a threatening text calling her a racist POS.
It's wrong, it's deplorable, and I think they're just hurting people. They're not really hurting a company or Tesla.
Both of the Tesla owners targeted have recently signed up for a gun safety course at a gun range north of Flagstaff.
They were targeted because they drove a Tesla, and as a result of that, felt quite vulnerable. They were surprised that someone would actually do something like that, and realized that if they are doing it, and they're targeting them because of the car they drive, that they needed to take some additional measures to help protect themselves. Now, the man accused of assaulting that woman in her Tesla has been cited and is scheduled to appear in court on Monday. We've also learned that a Takedown Tesla campaign will kick into high gear this weekend with more than 200 protests planned at Tesla dealerships around the world. Several of those protests are planned here in the Valley. Whether they remain peaceful, we'll let you know.
That's crazy. Crazy that happened. The guy just decided that it was okay to cut her off and do something like that. And it's escalating. This type of thing's escalating. You can't just do this type of thing to people. And like he said at the end, they're getting now they're getting firearm training. Now they're going to have firearms. And if someone decides to do that again, because the lady didn't say she's selling her car, if someone decides to do that again, it's going to be an issue. And then somebody ends up losing their life because they didn't like Elon Musk. And then somebody ends up going through the trauma of having to take a life potentially because of that same thing. It's just crazy. So crazy that you think that you're allowed to do that. And then the violence towards this old lady. Man, that guy see, and this is another, just like the lady at the beginning of the stream, right? That guy needs to go to jail. There needs to be no room for him to apologize. He can apologize if he wants. It'd be nice of him. But he needs to go to jail. He needs to sit down for a little while. Like that, sometimes, they say that about young guys sometimes. Like, oh, you need to sit down for a while when it comes to this type of stuff. Because sometimes you need to just sit and chill. Like, society has your mind going just in too many different places, and you're starting to think that things that are not okay are okay, and you're doing them because of Elon Musk, and you're doing it to random people because you feel like it and you saw a car and that got you too mad, you need to be in jail for a while. You need to just sit in jail for a while. And I don't mean 6 months. I mean that guy should be in jail for years. A couple of years, because you don't appreciate that you're American and how lucky you are to be American. You don't appreciate how lucky you are to be living in America. You don't appreciate the fact that you have a car, that you probably have family. You don't appreciate anything. If you're doing stuff like this, you don't appreciate much in life. So you just need to go to jail for a while. You need to see the other side of you need to see the darker side of society, because you're running around like a vigilante because you want to. You need to go to jail for a few years. Like 3 years that guy should be in jail. You decided to put violence onto an old lady who's almost senior citizen age because you wanted to, because of the car she drove. That's like, in the hood, there's that stereotype that you step on someone's shoes and all of a sudden there's a shootout. That's the same mentality. You don't like Elon Musk so much that you're an older Caucasian man and you've developed these black tendencies. You've developed this hood mentality. You've developed this weird hood mentality where it's like, I see a car. You've developed gang mentality. I saw a car and I knew what car it was, so I rolled up on her. That's crazy. That's what Bloods and Crips do. It's not what regular people do. It's crazy. It's like a child. Yeah. So there, exactly. That is better brainwashing. Yeah, than MK. Yeah, than Ultra. Yeah. Honestly, the Cybertruck is ugly. It is pretty ugly. It is. I wouldn't buy one. I would take one if it was given to me. I'd probably buy one of those ones that's on the screen right now. Like that. That's all right. I don't like electronic cars. I don't like cars that are computers. Like I wanna get to the point where I have like a Land Cruiser that has like no electronics in it at all. It's just an engine that runs and that's it. I would love to be in a car like that. I like that. I like no electronics. No tracking, no shutting it down if you feel like you should be able to shut it down. Like none of that stuff. Just a car with a key and I turn it and it turns on. That's it. And if it doesn't, I can figure it out through fixing it. That's what I like. But yeah, you're right. They are. I like motors. Exactly. Motors, man. Let there be a motor in that thing. And let me figure it out. That's the best way to have something. My brother-in-law, he fixes cars like that. Or he can build a car like that. No electronics. He can put two of them together, different beds, cut this part out, put this, like he can do all these different things with it. And it's like, that's what you want. You want something like that. And then learn how to maintain it yourself. And then that's true sovereignty. That is true privacy. You have your car that turns on and no one knows that it turned on, but you and the people who are close enough to hear it. That's how that should be. That's how cars should be. Shouldn't be that someone in a Tesla headquarters could see when your car is on. I think that's crazy. I just think it's so crazy. It's too much, man. It's too much. The car I have now, they were like, would you like to install an app? There's an app you can use, and when you press a button, your car will turn on. I was like, what are you talking about? Why do I need that? She's like, it's an app. You can just install it on your phone. And I had to start this account, and then you got to agree to something that's too long for you to read. And it's basically them saying, we can listen in on your conversations from here on out. If you just click right here and agree. It's like, no, I don't want that. You build cars over there? That's amazing. That's amazing. There's nothing. People don't realize there's such a freedom in knowing how to fix your car. There's such a freedom for rally and drifting. Wow. Irish drifting. Yeah, that's what you guys are doing? Some Guinness drifts. Do you guys even like Guinness over there? You probably don't like it, right? It's like going to Jamaica and being like, you guys love Jamaican patties? And they're like, no, we like KFC. What are you talking about? Can't wait till the hood make a Tesla lowrider that bounces. Teslas can already do like they can do a thing. They can do like a little weird dance. They can't like jump, but they can do these things. They do something like that already. They do little dances. Yeah, the app was crazy, man. Elon Musk, thug life, gangsta OG. I love Guinness. That's amazing. And I love chicken. And I ate a whole bowl of watermelon before I sat down to do this stream. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You know? Some stereotypes are delicious. And we don't need to fight them. We don't need to do that. I'm drinking it right now. Oh, man, that's amazing.